This video is brought to you by CoolStuffInc.com, where you can find cool stuff in stock.
Hello and welcome back to another day in the arena. It's me, it's CGB. The intro and outro will be rushed today. Sorry, cool kids, don't mean to shortchange you. I've got a podcast to go record with Arjuna and I'm up against the clock on a busy day. So this is 8 Shark. It is called 8 Shark because it has 4 Shark Typhoons and 4 Voracious Great Sharks, and those are basically the win cons. I cheat a little with Crawling Barons in the mana base, but that is how we win. Everything else is dedicated to keeping the opponent from having any fun whatsoever. So, on that note, we play Essence Scatter, Jwari Disruption, Negate, Heartless Act, Neutralize, Thassa's Intervention, and Shadow's Verdict, and Hagra Mauling, all to keep the opponent off balance and make their head explode when they're contemplating when to cast spells, when to attack, when not to, considering all the shark action going on. The original deck I saw on MTG Arena Zone, I've changed it a lot. It had cards like Ashiok Erasure, and I messed around with it a lot on stream and tried out a bunch of the different cards that many of you keyboard warriors have already suggested in the comments. Why know this? Why know that? I tried them on stream. The VODs shouldn't be very muted and are available for free, so you might want to check that out at twitch.tv/covert_go_blue. Link in every video description. Like, nobody should have to ask me for links, but whatever. 8 Shark, it's very fun, and I actually am having so much fun playing with the sharks. For some reason, it's absolutely delicious. So you might see 8 Shark in other colors as well, because it makes me very happy. And like I said, in a little bit of a rush today. So we're going to dive in and let the 8 Shark nonsense begin. This can be our black source, and we've got 3 lands, ways to kill things. All right, let's do it. This is mono red. They play mono red. At least it's not a good mono red 1-drop. Maybe it's Winota. I don't know if mono red plays this one that much. I don't see it too often. Vinota, is that you? Take the damage, sit on the removal. Regal Leosaur. Whenever this creature mutates, the heck is this? I will give you the heartless act of killing your kitty. Your dino cat, actually. I hear those are very rare. Gonna need land. Gonna need land. Starting to get scurry. $18. Stone Cold Serpent. No. Denied by Essence Scatter. Definitely Winota. That functions as a land. Yay. Doing it. One more land and we'll have sweet shark protection. This is fine. A couple 1/1s. We'll find Shadow's Verdict. We'll solve the 1/1s. This gives us an opportunity to make our own shark. And try to draw the land to set up the Great Shark for the Winota. Boo! Not cool, man. Not cool. Opponent, will you stay aggressive? Yes, you will. I am going to block the Savior to try to get rid of that thing. If you block the Fireblade Charger, it gives them an option. They are going to Embercleave. Man, would a Great Shark love a shot at this. Let's not do the Embercleave. Thank you. Oh gosh. It's too strong. Dog with a sword? No. No, we can't have that. Way too strong. Come on, deck. I mean, I can't complain too much about having a wall of counters to help me wait for my Great Shark. I just want a Great Shark and Embercleave, man. The Apparition, counter you, because we have too many Essence Scatters at this point. And there we go. Do you feel in charge? Fireblade Charger trying to go the distance here. 6 damage in. Chomp chomp. Chomp chomp. Take him down. You can't get enough. In the matchups where it's good, it's good. It's really good. Come at me, bro. Yes. Fireblade Charger is not called Fireblade Not Charger. You didn't stay for the third one. This hand has a lot of the stuff that could be good. Our opponent has Lurrus as companion, which is usually cycling these days, but there have been rogue builds trying to do Lurrus things, which is, I don't know. Don't know what I think of that. My experiments with it have gone poorly. I think we fetch a blue here, then we don't have to commit our pathway right away. Fun. Getting secret kept on turn 1. Turn 2, sorry. Hit my Cling to Dust, please. Oh, they hit one of my Frantic Inventories. That's nice. And a Thieves Guild, of course. Where's my Clings at? Deck doesn't seem good without Cling to Dust when I'm getting milled. I'll take one. See if the opponent tries to follow with another rogue. We could Frantic Inventory here, but we'd probably have to discard. Let's go for the Heartless Act. They did hold up 2 mana. Could be a number of things. I'm not trying to make the intervention available here. I definitely want to cast Frantic Inventory, and I might draw Cling to Dust. Let me say go. Let's get Frantic. Let's see if the opponent reacts. Oh, they play Drown in the Loch to stop a draw 2. Okay. They're sensitive. Sensitive to me drawing cards. Good to know. Let's see if they're sensitive to this one as well. Not sensitive. Well, they have to play creatures at some point. They feel like a creature deck to me. Why am I holding... Shuffler. Shuffler! What you doing, man? You can have an 0-4. That is not a threat to me. Alright, basics in the deck. One of each, actually. We should crack these before we draw them, and these become worthless. That is a bit of a... That would be a real sore point. Sometimes you get your basics milled and life is sad. Alright, so make a shark, they'll just kill it. I want to resolve a Typhoon and protect it with Negate at some point. So we need them to commit to getting something onto the board. Or we get them to attack with something and then we ambush them in combat to keep it awkward. Something along those lines is what we want to happen. We also have enough here for Shark plus Negate, which is nice. But we have to use our Negate on Into the Story because they're drawing too many cards. It's possible I could just let them have a draw 4 because they'll have to discard a bunch of the cards anyway. Yeah, I'm not sure. Well, the Sharks are here. All the Essence Scatters and all of the Sharks. Alright, you get this one. Raw. Resolves. Feels good. No crabs. Nope. No crabs. If they fight for this crab, I'm going to be very... Like, that blows me away, right? Like, how much do they think they're going to beat me with these crabs? They really think they are. So, let's see. Be nice if you hit my Cling to Dust, though. I would appreciate that. Shadow's Verdict. No crabs. That's why it's in the deck. Keeps the Shark. Exiles all the goods. Not only that, Luris lost things to get back. That's fine. Very expensive Blood Chief's Thirst. This might actually still get something. Like a Cling. Might get a Cling. They can still cast it from graveyard, of course, but 4 mana is a lot more than 1. Their mana problems do seem to be fixed. Just can't stop. I can't stop drawing Great Sharks, guys. There's no way around it. Just endless Great Sharking. Are you kidding me? Where are they at? 33 cards? We're at 27. No Clings to Dust in our graveyard either, which is a big tilt. What a gamer. Buy your Luris. Why not? Then are you going to pass to discard? Okay. I'm not taking any action because I just want them to discard here. If I make a Shark or play a Shark, they can use a removal spell. Extinction Event. Yeah. All 4? I think that's all 4. Yep. We have now drawn our extra 16 cards of the game. Good for you. Good for you. I think there's going to be a follow-up. Like, they're going to counter this Essence Scatter, right? We can resolve that. Let's think. Go for this. Nice. Still no Cling? So tiny. Oh, no. The tiny great shark. Not like this, man. Not like this. Why a 1/1? Because I'm an idiot. Sure, the vision. Go for it. Maybe they don't realize I made a 1/1. Seagate Restoration? Okay, that's something. You can play that. They might go for a super... Oh, they are... What are they digging for? And why? Okay. No. No blocks. Haha. Found the cling. Found the cling. I get to exile their clings. Sweet. So tiny? Are we still so tiny? No. Alright. First things first. Your cool toys gotta go. Heartless Act, nice. Alright. Zareth-san is a card that could be in... No, it can't be in the deck because of Luris. So what do I actually need to keep in my graveyard? I can't think of anything other than the frantic inventories we want to stay. Yeah. Down to 10. And we have Neutralize all of a sudden. A card that has been missing this whole game. Let's see if they try to go Seagate. They have a lot of cards. They have 20 in their deck. That's not bad. How many drowns? 1, 2, 3 drowns. They're trying to Lull Mage dominate this. And then after that they have 4 mana remaining. Lull. Well, indeed. I think that's worth a fight. Backup Enforcer. We're on 19 cards. But I've got removal for both Enforcers. Did they play Sky Thief? I don't see it. Much more dedicated mill deck. And they have the Thirst. Did they have to play an Awakening for that? I think they did. I guess respecting Cling to Dust. Barons. It's a card. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... We got 9 total mana. So we can kill these and have Neutralize open. Let's do it while they're tapped low. Alright, it's all breaking down now, and after all that card draw and all that nonsense, we each have 2 fresh cards in hand. They get the first go, so they're advantaged, but we still have Cling to Dust, so we have inevitability. They go straight for the library. 10 cards in the deck. Extinction Event. What are they going to name? Even? They have 6 life. Okay. Cast the Secret Keeper. So what is this if I actually get under the requirement of Graveyard? Because I can probably do that. This becomes a 3/4. Alright. This could get awkward, because 2 attacks from this, if it got small enough, would be good. But I'd have to cling my own graveyard a lot. Negate off the top. I think I'm better off using the Crawling Barrens for that. Land, good. Good, good, good. So let's just try to get them done with the Barrens instead of grinding out our graveyard with Cling. Jumperino. Let's negate. They just drew that off the top, and whatever they have in their hand isn't very relevant. So it's an easy negate there. Slow, but potentially effective. Scry for a land. Got it. Clutch. And we're getting lovey-dovey. Our Yamana, okay, it's green-white. Green-white. Ooze. I think we use the destroy a creature with no counters on it while we can, because I don't plan to tap out for a few turns. Should have held that up. The opponent might not have attacked with the 1/1 because of Thought Thief. So I should have held that up for another couple seconds. It wouldn't have cost me anything, and it might have saved me a life. That was a mistake. I have to remember to play with cards that aren't in my deck. Nah, that beast's too large. Shadow's Verdict. Nice. We can try to dig for the mana to cast it with the intervention. So Mammoth is welcome to resolve, as Verdict will clean it up when we find the swamp. You have to believe that your deck will cough up the black source. You run enough of them that you should be able to find one. The takedown. Interesting. And there you go, no attacks. They were scared of a Shark Typhoon. And there is the Typhoon. Great Shark's a pretty great card. I am a little nervous about keeping it because if the Verdict resolves, then there's a window to resolve something, and then we don't Great Shark. Take 5 here? I think so. The option to cycle a Shark Typhoon and block it is there, but I don't think it's important. This dies to the Verdict, so we get another draw too. Anytime I'm not pressured to counter something, I usually use the draw function. And Verdict. Out of there. Exile, you took everything from me. I don't even know who you are. Lovey-dovey, back in session. Good rebuild. I might as well cling my own graveyard here a little bit, get deeper into my deck. Okay, Shuffler, come on now. Come on now, you're just getting silly. I know we're called 8 Shark, you don't have to put all 8 Sharks into my hand. Chomp chomp. So the opponents, they don't like attacking into open mana against Shark Typhoon, so they're going to try to play something sooner, and that's awesome. Chomp chomp. Yeah, Shark attack your Great Henge. That's nice. If they had attacked first, I probably wouldn't do anything to keep the Henge open, so I'd take 6 damage, which would... That's an ouch. That's a lot of damage. No reason to attack here. I know you're like, well, you have another Great Shark. They might not play into it the next turn. They might play around it, and we can always make a Shark on end step. Worry about defeating the opponent later. There you go. Giant Killer my Shark. Move to combat. All right, they're doing it right this time. Here comes Lovey-dovey. Let's make Shark. Try to block Lovey-dovey. Lovey-dovey beast. Kill the beast. Take whatever booty you can find, but the beast is mine. Inscription of Abundance. Okay, we're gonna have to try harder. Gonna have to try harder. And here comes the Giant Killer. And another Fabled Passage. Come at me, bro. So now if we make a blocker, they're like, I'm going to tap it with Giant Killer, right? So we may as well take it. And then what? Well, what if we make a baby shark? What if we just make a little shark here? If it forces the opponent to spend their mana on it. And then we can still Thassa's Intervention or Cling. Whittle Shark. And we might draw a Heartless Act, which would be clutch. Yep, there's the tap down. Okay, not clutch. Down to 5. So clinging to dust up to 8 won't really help us, except the Giant Killer might tap this and then we play another Great Shark. Ooh, not enough mana to play a Great Shark on the Surfarin here. Okay, we have to trust our deck to cough it up and get us back in this game. We could cling for life. The opponent taps here. They probably put the bonus here so we could chump block a beast. Maybe clinging for life is actually the right play. We're on 9. We'll have 10 mana. We can double Shark next turn. Alright. I'm gonna dig. I don't think they can kill me next turn without a perfect top deck. And I say that, and now I know I'm getting perfect... Okay, come on, deck. Come on, deck. Okay. Oh, Magic, what the hell are you doing to me? You're going to destroy me mentally. You're going to tear me apart. What gives, Magic? Why you do this? It's still a little bit of a trap. Let's see what the opponent does. Mm-hmm. They really need that 1/1. Let's see what they buff. They're doing the math. Gutsy to buff the beast. I has Shark. Alright, so resolve. They're going to tap the Shark. I want to make them commit to it. If I just get to go to blocks here, we can do that, and we can cling. Alright, there we go. Why don't I have the mana to play with the other Shark? It said I had 9 mana last turn. This says 5 out of 10. What happened? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This says 10. Why does this say 10? Oh my god, MTG Assistant, what have you done to me? What have you done to me? I got glitched. I got. Now I have to do this and cling for... I think I cling for the card anyway, right? I could cling for life. Wait a minute. Yeah, there's a creature in my graveyard to cling for, but I think we cling for card. Down to 2. Why didn't the opponent play around? Why did they pump the beast? What are they playing around here? It says I have 10 lands. I don't. That is so bizarre. I don't even know. Can't explain it. Can't explain that. Good draw. Does it keep me alive? How about our deck? We have one more island, and that's it for the Fabled Passage. I'm just going to go fetch it then. not risk forgetting. That means this is basically a dead card. I'm gonna hide that way over here. Now we have 10 mana. Say go. 2 life. 2 freaking life. Alright, they move to attack step. Destroy target creature with no counters on it. That's you. And now you can't attack with your Love-Struck Beast. So we'll see if the opponent goes for the win with the Surf Faron by tapping the shark. And then we ambush Surf Faron. But of course, they also can see the Crawling Barrens, right? So what's the plan? Well, they're coming in anyway. Shark attack! Jaws! Two life, still here, baby. Top card, Frantic Inventory. I suppose we have to start the card draw somewhere. Can't attack through that thing. Your turn. Opponent is on a Giant Killer and a Dream, and my misplays also fueling their chances. Who needs life? Who needs life when you can have cards? Cards are life. Taken over. Still got to move that 7/7 at some point. Pump it up. Pump up the Barrens. So strong. All right, let's see if the Giant Killer wants to commit to tapping this down. Is that worth it? Is that worth it? If they just tap it with the Giant Killer, our sharks can't attack anyway. I guess it's not. We have a massive blocker for 4 mana. 5, I guess, because this would have to be untapped. Yeah, I definitely have 13 lands on the battlefield, and this still says I have 14. Get epic. Opponent is back building cards in their hand. We can only imagine what they plan to do with them. Maybe it is. Maybe their hand is all the lands for all the bluffs. It's a very lethal Crawling Barrens. Very, very lethal. Okay. Come on now, deck. You're toying with me at this point. Land from the opponent. The staring match has gotten insane. Do we cycle Neutralize? I feel like Neutralize is a time walk, that their hand isn't very good, so cycling this just doesn't make sense. Keep pumping the Barrens, because why not? Let's try to set a record for largest Baron Largest Baron ever. And now that we're not really using our mana for anything else, I should probably use it to make the opponent tap the Barons instead of the Great Sharks. That's a good draw. So, would you like to tap the 28/28 Elemental? Good choice. We can always throw the Passage in the graveyard to get the Cling. Alright, end step. They have a thing? Oh, they have a Giant Killer. No. Right? Oh, this is actually a little tough. On one hand, this isn't really doing anything because of the opponent's Giant Killer, but it is a one-shot kill when we draw a Shadow's Verdict. And we have a lot of land and not much to do. Let's pick the fight, even though it's not necessarily a fight we have to win. The idea of them getting 2 Giant Killers is so tilting to me. We just have to fight. Let them fight. Angelic Ascension. They're going to make a 4/4. Do I have a way to beat the 4/4? I can Cling. I can throw the Fabled Passage into the graveyard. I don't think that's worth it, though. That's quite the ninja move, I'm gonna say. That's quite the ninja move, and it scares me. The opponent checks my mana. They seem pretty happy about that. Do they have another one? So 4 mana available, no Great Shark. We have an Essence Scatter, Cling to Dust, Thassa's Intervention. Luminarch Aspirant, okay. Could have countered that, but I'm not very afraid of it yet, and I'd rather keep the counter open so I don't die. Counter on the Beast. What are you going for? Oh, it's a 1/1. It's a 1/1. You can attack now. No taps from the killer. Let's try to trade. Trade complete. Let's see. They need to save the killer for the Barons. But if we can find a way to kill the killer and then activate Barons, they're in a terrible chump blocky spot. There we go. Shoot that down. One, two, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, activate. 1, 2 for neutralize, 5 for shark. They don't want to jump block. They don't want to see any more. Make the shark attack stop. New record for biggest crawling Barons. We were going into 30-30 zone. Tough day. Like, what the hell, man? What the hell? Tough day. It'll have to do. Essence Scatter's been letting me down. Maybe it's the people I've been playing against. Let's get rid of the Typhoon, I think. Bit slow. Whereas Cling to Dust can be a lot of damage, like a lot of card advantage over the course of a game, and against rogues we want to make sure we have it right away. Like right away. Rogues! Sweet. Oh, Fabled Passage. Why do you have to fill my my graveyard for my opponent? Well, because you have Cling to Dust in your deck, CGB, and, you know, you want to do that. Okay, that's true. Well, they could have resolved their Sky Thief right there and chose not to. Let's try to punish them for that. Did they think I'm rogues? Nah, they see Frantic Inventory. That's not a rogue card. Okay, no Sky Thief. Take 3. Play this. No thank you. I'd prefer not to play against more creatures. I like them good and countered. Play this tapped. Say go. Sets us up to have mana to Shark Typhoon, block this in the future. And we have our 2-drop, which is Essence Scatter. I guess it's not a drop, but you know what I mean. Our two mana play. Call the Death Dweller. Well, okay. Denied. Love it. Heartbreaker for the opponent right there. And enough mana to cling and empty our graveyard this turn if we want to. What do you think? Do we try to block their Windrobber or do we cling our graveyard out? I think I'd cling out the graveyard. Just turn off Drown in the lock before we try to do other things. Drown in the lock can hit a Shark Typhoon token no matter what, so that's not really the point. It's just trying to make all their other plays worse. They can sacrifice this now if they want to, and they choose to. Wow. Cool. Alright, I will target my Shark Typhoon because of Zareth, and I will exile all the other things that are not Frantic Inventory. Mauling off the top. It's a land drop. And now we're in a staring match with the rogue deck, which is, I think, where you want to be. This is just a 1-1. No big deal. Scavenger. Well, that gives me something to counter or kill. Let's kill it. It doesn't have an ETB, and I don't need 6 mana. Although, wait, if I counter this and then play a Typhoon, they pretty much need a Brazen Borrower. And if they don't have one, the Typhoon will take over the game. But then I don't get to neutralize. So they get a turn of Rankle. I also don't necessarily have the mana for the Typhoon. Alright. We'll just use this expensive Moida on your lovely Scav. Okay, we drew it. And I think we do slam the Typhoon here. Demands so much respect. But what if the opponent plays cool creatures? Then my Essence Scatter and Neutralize are bad. Alright, we will not play the Typhoon. Some of you are very unhappy. I love you. Try to ambush this robber. If they have a borrower, they'll use it here. And then we'll all be like, told you so. Heartless Act. Oh, okay. That's still a 2-for-1. That's fine. So they don't have a borrower. And they don't have... Well, they might still have Drown in the lock. Another Windrobber. Okay. I'm just not afraid of those. Maybe I should be, but they just make my Cling to Dust so good. Alright, so we'll let one trigger go off, but we don't want to get to 7 cards, so these 2 will stack. First one will go off, they'll go up to 7, then we'll cling. And I'll cling... Let's see, they showed Call the Death Dweller. We should take out some of these. Leave the frantic inventory. Just grind away. Slow and steady. Let me go through my deck, clinging all the way. Try not to let them sacrifice these for cards. Try to resolve Athasa's intervention here, I think. One thing that could go really wrong is a Xerath, but Cling to Dust can kind of mitigate that too. They're saying go. I don't believe they have the disruption, so I'm just going to move all in on this. Actually, the value of one more isn't worth it if they do have disruption, right? Playing around cards they don't have. Classic CGB. You can make fun of me all you want. Sometimes it works and I look really cool. It's always just a risk-reward thing. No land. Let's see if we can draw some land. Where are we at here? 6. We got another Cling to Dust coming up. No land. How does this happen? How does this happen? I have to discard to give 8, which means the opponent can sacrifice these. Makes me angry. But I'm not taking down the counter shields for that. Oh, Thassa's intervention. Yep, here they come. It's not something to really complain about. We're still in a good spot. If they're throwing these away for one card, that's okay. Shark! We'll probably get countered. Do I have a way to deal with this if it does? Not really. And what does 3 mana do for me this turn? Actually, not much. I don't have enough blue open. I really thought I'd draw a land. We definitely want to clean the graveyard before we try to shark something. Just drowning the lock is too much. So we'll go in for an Essence Scatter here. See if the opponent wants to fight. They'll probably let it go because it's not that high priority a card. And they have the 4th Windropper. Of course they do. Of course they do. Alright. I'm getting aggressive. I'm getting too frustrated. There's a blue source. Patience, patience, patience. $23 cards still in the deck. Plenty of time. Land off the top. Shark Typhoon on top. We'll try to keep from getting milled this turn. Graveyard at 7. Frantic Inventory, goodbye. We've got to make Drown in the Lock good. Four mana open. We'll go for this. Well, Drown in the Lock won't counter it. They need something else. They go for a Thieves Guild Enforcer. They're going to try to build the graveyard high enough for that. 19 cards. I guess it's possible that they could. I don't know if they can if we Essence Scatter this, though. What's more important to counter, the Thieves Guild Enforcer or the next rogue? Probably the next rogue. It's just a mill 2, and we can keep it small with Cling. Alright, resolves. Nice. Into the Royal. That bounces it and draws a card. Let's just not. Drown can counter that, but we do get the Shark. And we do it all again next turn. Second Enforcer, they're going after the library now. There's still a little ways to go. If they have 3 rogues here, though, that will be really good. Okay. They definitely have some rogues. 9 cards. Are all the Shadow's verdicts gone? I see 1 verdict. Just 1. Easy block. Kind of a weird trade to offer at this stage of the game. I can kill 1 thing, not 2. We can try to ambush this, or we can cling out the graveyard again. I think we just kill the Scavenger. Actually, we can ignore the Scavenger, right? If we cling out the graveyard. We just need to make sure the Enforcer doesn't get another partner in crime. What are we on? We're on 8. We need to make sure that thing dies. Can't get milled anymore. That's the main priority. Can't get milled anymore. And then we have to find a way to win the game. Let's see, if we Shark Typhoon for 3 and kill it, then we have 2 mana open, which can be Essence Scatter or Neutralize. I think we just take this hit. My turn. Alright. Cling out the yard. Try to get Drown back to being bad. I want, like... So I'm worried about drawing cards because I only have 8 left in deck. So, cling the opponent's creatures out of their graveyard in case they are going to use Agadeem's Awakening. Do I play this? I think so. Maybe I should just cling out the other inventory first. No, be aggressive. We can do it. We can do this from a low library. Opponent's at 21, we have 6 turns. Easy. Magic is easy. People get really anxious when their library is low. I'm going to try to show you, you don't have to. Like, it is a choice. We can do this. Let's throw the first shark at them. Drown. Can't stop it. Down to 1 card. Shark Typhoon. 4 cards in library. We don't want to cycle it, of course. Opponent says go. Clean out our deck. Get rid of that other Thieves Guild Enforcer so we don't get milled. It's a little risky. The opponent could have another Enforcer here. Any mill effect that resolves is so painful, but it has to be Thieves Guild Enforcer for them. And it's Thought Thief. That's not as bad. It can mill, but we have to find a way to deal with it. Verdict, that's a little late, but Not the worst. Should have attacked first. Three cards in deck. Try for a shark. Resolves. Second Typhoon. Two cards in deck. This is 11. 11 plus 4 is 15. They're at 16. Man, if I could have bluffed one damage that turn. But here we just hold up counters. Like, we don't even want to tap out. Actually, wait, if we go for this, it's lethal because we have double Typhoon. And here's the opponent going for a Blood Chief's Thirst on the 6/6. Alright. So this creates two sharks. Now we need them to play one more thing. Play a creature. Play a creature. And they say, oops. My turn. They say good game. If they have... We have to make sure. The card is Thieves Guild Enforcer. If we went through all four of them, then we go for lethal here. If we have not, we don't. So we don't. Hold up the mana. Could have gone with Barons. Oh. Forgot about the Barons. No reason to forget that. Oh well. You guys can make fun of me for missing lethal. All part of the content strategy. And we are back for the post-game wrap-up. And this deck is... It actually would be a good best of 3 deck, I think. It's a much tougher best of 1 deck because against aggro, when you're on the draw, you can't win very often without cards like Blood Chief's Thirst, or you have to draw a lot of Heartless Acts, and they have to be good. A mix of Heartless Act and Eliminate, but it really depends what you play. And the cards you're suggesting to me in comments also depend on what we play against. I mean... If you want me to play more counter spells, you're probably thinking about Omnath and Counter Mirrors. If you want me to play Maze Mind Tome, you're thinking about Counter Mirrors. If you want me to play Blood Chief's Thirst, you're thinking about aggro. So think about your impression of the metagame and let it guide you as you design the deck. What I'm trying to do here is sort of be right down the middle. I want to play most everything at flash speed and have game against both. And I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. The card that, in my opinion, fluctuates the most on how good it is Shadow's Verdict, but I still like it more than Extinction Event because when you play your Great Shark, you want to use a sweeper that doesn't hit your Great Shark but hits all their things, and it doesn't affect your graveyard because you don't run any creatures that would get exiled. So I'm still on board with the Verdict, even though it can be very slow sometimes. Anyway, 8 Shark, and still gotta get going. Got a podcast to record. Check out the Arena Craft podcast on any and all of your podcast downloading apps, and arenacraftpodcast.com, and Arena Craft Podcast on YouTube, where we upload versions as videos, although they don't really have a video component, but you can still listen to it on YouTube. So, thank you for watching this video. Cool Kids Club, shout out to you. Thanks for staying till the end. As always, I'll see you in the next video, where we may have another 8 sharks, because I'm freaking addicted, man. I'm really loving the shark life. Goodbye.